Hello friends, this is Smita here and today's topic is stock configuration. What do you mean by stock configuration? What are the steps for stock configuration? What are the different ways to configure the stock and how to check the reports based on such configuration? All these things we will learn in this session. So let's start with stock configuration. In that we will check the stock valuation methods, the stock behavior and reorder levels. So stock valuation methods. What are the different stock valuation methods? Why they are used and how these methods are used applied in Tally. So stock valuation is of great importance. We can easily trace the quantity of the stock, as we know how much quantity we have purchased and sold. We can do plus minus addition subtraction, and ultimately we can find out the total quantity of stock. Even we can count the stock which is available at the end of at the end of a certain period. But what is the value of the stock, we cannot find out easily. So how to find the value of the stock? There are different types of costing and marketing valuation methods for stock, just like zero cost, average cost, FIFO, LIFO, monthly average, standard cost. All these are the different methods which are available for costing and market valuation of the stock. What do you mean by zero cost? Zero cost is the method of inventory where the inventory is taken at zero value. For example, if any inventory has no market value which cannot be sold, is of zero cost. For example, if we are in the furniture, we are in the furniture production, and in that we have different screws and the small things, small raw materials. Those are used but has no market value. If you go for selling the screws, we cannot sell them as a furniture dealer. So in that case, we can value such screws and all the stock of these materials at a zero cost. Average cost under this method, both inventory and the cost of goods sold are based upon the average cost of all the units received in stock. The whatever we have purchased, we take average of all the values value rather side rather to say we take average of all the purchases in this costing method. FIFO, then full form of this method is first in first out. It means under this method the cost of goods sold is based upon the cost of material bought earlier in the period, while the cost of inventory is based upon the cost of material bought later in the year. This results in inventory being valued close to the current replacement cost. And the perpetual means it is a system of inventory account is constantly changing. So when a retailer purchases the products, the retailer debits the inventory account for the cost, and when we sales the product, the inventory account is getting credited, and the cost of goods sold is debited for the cost of goods sold. So in this method, this is a periodic method where the inventory account balance is continuously updated. So FIFO perpetual is much more updated. It gives much more updated values. Opposite to this, we have LIFO methods. LIFO means last in first out. So what do you mean by LIFO method? How the stock is valued in this? LIFO is the value of inventory based on the replacement cost of items. Means the method uses the last purchase price for the product to determine the total value of the product. So the recent purchases are available, and those recent purchases are used for determining the value of the product. Same way, just like FIFO, LIFO, perpetual is work. With LIFO Perpetual, the last cost are the first moved from the inventory account and debited to the cost of goods sold. So the end result is under this LIFO Perpetual is the same as the periodic of the above one LIFO method. So these are the few methods those are used for costing and valuation of the stock as a FIFO or LIFO, or you can have the monthly average. Each and every month, the goods those are purchased and sold, we take average of the purchases and sale and standard cost. The owner of the company can decide the standard cost for valuation of the stock. So these are the different methods available for stock valuation. Now, how to configure Tally for using different methods of stock valuations. What we have to do, open the stock configuration in item creation or item alteration mode, and there you have to use costing and market valuation methods for stock item. Create it, make it yes, enable them. So let's start with our company, Royal Suppliers Private Limited. Okay, now we have different stock items. Suppose I am altering one of the stock item, this Dettol sanitizer. Enter and add this stock item alteration or creation mode. Just press configuration F12 and here this question. Use costing and market valuation methods for stock item. Enable this method, this question, yes. I'm pressing Ctrl A and after enabling that question, the screen appears for selection of the methods for costing and market valuation. Though, so costing method by default it takes a average cost. If you press spacebar over here, you will find a list of different methods available for costing. So just now as we have learned different methods, all these methods are available in Tally. You can select the method as per your memorandum. The method that you have selected, you have confirmed to be appeared for costing method, you can select the same. Suppose I am selecting the by default average cost. Again, it asks for market valuation method. Press spacebar for different the list of valuation methods available. So select by default it is average price. Press enter, enter, enter. Now how to check the valuation of stock? For this, what we have to do, go to gateway of Tally, open any report. For example, I am opening the profit and loss account. There, go for stock valuation method. So first of all, we will open the profit and loss. Profit and loss. Now, here we will check the stock valuation methods. So how to check different stock valuation method, how to compare them? For that, we need to add different columns. To add new column, you can press Alt N or Alt A. Alt N for altering the column or Alt A for adding the column. And then select the different valuation methods for stock valuation to compare them. So let's start with, we have this profit and loss which is in vertical form. You can change the view by Control H, pressing Control H, change view. You can have the horizontal form or you can have the vertical form. But for stock valuation comparison, we need in standing vertical form. After that, we will add one more column. How to add one more column? Alt C, new column. So from which date we want the new column to show the result, different figures. So right from the day 1 to end of the day, end of the period. Now by default it takes average cost. Now we will check with FIFO cost at actuals. Okay, see, the first column is by default, which is average cost that we have selected at item creation window, and this is FIFO method. This is profit and loss statement using FIFO method. See, in the last sales net profit, The net profit as per default average cost method, it arrives as 31,754, and by using FIFO method it arises at 33,679. Again, if you want to compare one more stock valuation method, just add one more column, Alt C, select another. Suppose I'm selecting LIFO, perpetual, LIFO annual. Let's take LIFO annual at actuals. So the third column is for LIFO annual. Again, here the valuation, the profit gets changed. So what kind of method, stock valuation method you use, accordingly you can modify, you can change the net profit amount. So it depends on your company, how you, whether you want to show the excess profit and or want to show the less profit. So accordingly you can value your asset or stock. So this is how we can go for stock valuation methods. We can compare by adding different columns. For adding the column, Alt C, or you can change the column by Alt N. The next is stock behavior. Now different type of stock behaviors are available. To check such behavior, we have to again configure the stock by selecting this option, set options for stock behavior item. Let's open this first. Again, go to alter or creation window for stock item. I'm selecting the, again, the any product you can select. I'm selecting the first one, and here press F12 for configuration, and then set, select this question, set options for stock item behavior, yes, enable this question, and then save this screen. Now after enabling the question, here one more question appears on the stock item alteration or creations window. Provide behavior options, yes. Here are different behaviors available. What are the different types of behavior and how to modify them, how it affects, how to check the reports, that we will learn now. So stock behavior. Generally, when goods sold gets rejected, the stock gets re-added, right? When we sales the good and if those goods get rejected by the customer, we get back that stock, and we, when we enter as a rejection in voucher, if you check the stock summary, the rejected goods are re-added to the original stock. But this is not correct way of showing the stock at the end. Suppose such goods, if we are if we are dealing with the perishable items, when such goods are of perishable nature, those gets returned by the customers, then they should not be re-added to the stock, as we do not allow, we are not allowed to resell that perishable goods. Those are already rejected, so they should be treated as waste. We should treat the rejected stock as waste, and for this we need to change the stock behavior. Which stock behavior we will change? Treat all rejection inward as scrap. So we will use this question, we will enable this question. Let's start with this. So the first we will see, check, treat all rejections inwards as scrap. I will enable this question, press yes and Control A to accept as it is. Press Control A. So suppose voucher, I want to enter the good. I will deliver the goods, and then I will get rejection of the goods. So how to deliver the goods? Suppose go to F10. I want to deliver the goods. So delivery note, I have to create delivery note number so and so. Then suppose it is entered on 31st of July. Party name is, let me check whether this is Yes, creditor. Sorry, we want debtors, right? Biology traders. Just a minute. No. Novelty mobile shop. These are the debtors. We are selling different goods. Mm, yes, okay. Against this sales order, I have one sales order which was pending, outstanding. So I'm selling four LG 4K Ultra HD 3 pieces. Okay. So suppose we have delivered these goods, being goods delivered, enter. Now, if I get them back as a rejected one, before going for rejection in, let's check our stock. And now I want to check the stock summary of TV, LG. We have 9 pieces in our stock. After delivering the 3 pieces, I have 9 pieces in stock. Okay. Now let's enter rejection in voucher in the month of August. Let's check. Again, go to voucher F10 as I would like to create a rejection in voucher. Enter. So it is on 1st of August. The customer returned the goods. Sorry, 1st of August. Measures novelty mobile Shopee and LG 4K. Suppose the customer sent 2 TVs back. Rejected 2 TVs being goods returned by the customer. Enter. Now just check whether I have allowed this. Yes. Yes. See, treat all rejections inward as scrap as we have already enabled this question. Now we will check the summary. Stock summary. TV. This. See, in the month of July, we had 9 pieces in our stock. After that, 2 pieces get rejected by the customer. Now, the stock should be 11, but as we have treated all the rejections as scrap, it is showing there is so that 2 pieces are not available for sales in future. So we have only 9 pieces and we got this invert 2 pieces as rejection in, but it is showing they are outward, means it is not for sale, they are treated as best. So this is how we can alter the stock behavior and can treat the rejected items as scrap. So this is one type of stock configuration. The next one is treat all purchases as consumed. Let's go for this type of configuration. Suppose I will create one more stock item, nails and nails bolts like this. So nails I am creating. Suppose we have not created any grouping, category is not available, and we will count these nails or measure these nails in grams. Okay, kilogram. So for this, I am providing option behavior option as treat all purchases as consumed. Yes, for this particular item, I am specifically enabling this behavior. Enter, enter. So treat all purchases as consumed as we have enabled this for the stock item nails. Nails, bolts, all these things are the products, those are used for assembly purpose and all. So they have no sales value. So when we enter any purchase transaction, for example, suppose we will enter purchase invoice. So for purchase invoice, press F9. On suppose 1st of August, I have purchased bill number 1 I have purchased nails for cash. Purchased nails. Suppose I have purchased 1 kg nails and stored at MG Road Godown at the rate of 500. So after entering this voucher, we should have the stock of 1 kg nails in our stock, right? The stock summary should display the stock of the nails, but we cannot. We will check this through display more reports, inventory books, stock item, nails. See, we have entered only a purchase transaction, but it is also showing in outward only. It means you can treat such type of stock which has no value, or which has no market value. We can treat this type of stock as whenever we purchase the thing, we assume that they are consumed, so no need to go for stock valuation for such items. So you can use this question, or there is another option available, ignore difference due to physical counting. For nails also you can go for physical difference. We can ignore such a physical difference. So there are few items, those counting can be different in 1 kg. Sometimes nails number of quantity the nails comes in 1 kg always differs. So we can enable this type of stock behavior also, and can have a proper valuation of such type of stock. So for nails, we can provide behavior options for as ignore difference due to physical counting. So there might be 1,000 nails in 1 kg. Sometimes you may find 950 only. So such difference can be ignored in physical counting for nails and such type of stock. Or you can go for treat all purchases as consumed, so there will not be stock available in tally at the end of certain period. So these are the two types of stock behavior that we can configure. The next is ignore negative balances, treat all sales as new manufacture. So let's have one more. We can change for sunsilk shampoo. So go to behavior option and treat ignore negative balances and treat all sales as new manufacture. Okay. Press Ctrl A. Suppose go to stock summary and shampoo, sunsilk shampoo. See, we have 2200 bottles, and suppose I want to sell 5000 bottles of sunsilk shampoo. Will it be possible? No. Generally, it can't. We cannot enter such type of transaction if we have only 2200 bottles in our stock and selling of 5000 bottles. Entering such transaction cannot be possible in tally, provided provided if we have enabled this feature, ignore negative balances and show all sales as new manufacture. Let's see how it works. Suppose I'm entering a sales voucher dated 1st 9, supplier invoice number I'm leaving for the same. For the time being, I'm purchasing in cash. Okay, cash, purchase ledger, shampoo. So we have 2200 from this batch. Okay, 2200. I'm selling 5000, 150 per bottle. So it has not showed any screen as there is a negative stock. We are going through negative stock as we have enabled allow negative stock sales. Enter, 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 and Bing give the reason, narration, enter. Now let's check the stock summary for shampoo. See, we have sold, sorry, we have purchased, I have entered purchase voucher, sorry. Let's change the voucher, display daybook. I'm deleting this voucher. Once again, we will enter the voucher, sales voucher on 1st of 9, party name cash, okay, yes, sales ledger, shampoo. We have 2200 bottles at MG Road and we are selling 5000 bottles. See, it is showing negative stock, but it will accept because we have enabled negative stock for sales. And now, after entering this transaction, we will check the report. Go to stock summary, shampoo, 2200 bottles. See, in the month of August, we had 2200 bottles. In this month, in the month of September, we sold 5000 bottles. So it means whenever we sell the product above the quantity that we have, if you want to enter such transaction, in that case, we need to enable the behavior as ignore negative balances, and then we can treat as all the products those are sold or consumed are purchased also. Means treat all sales as new manufacture. So whatever you sales, whatever the goods you sold are treated as new manufacture. So it means we have a inward and it is showing inward as well as outward. At the end we had 2200 bottles available in the stock for sales again. Just enter this. We have this cash sales. So these are the different stock configuration. Those can be enabled. Next is zero value transaction. Suppose I would like to enter any transaction. Suppose I'm entering any sales vouchers dated 1/9. Party name, cash, sales ledger. Suppose I would like to sell Dettol sanitizer from this batch. I'm selling 100, but I'm erasing the rate. I don't want to show the amount. Enter. Just check whether this transaction can be entered in Tally or not. See, it is showing error message. No entries in voucher. Means there is no value. Amount is not available in the voucher. And if you want to enter such voucher, well, sales, purchase transactions, sales and purchase vouchers always have the value in their uh, uh, transaction. But if you want to create any purchase order, sales order, delivery note, receipt note, in that case, there are chances that the rate is not available. You need to just enter the stock to be purchased or sold out. So in that case, what we have to do, suppose I would like to enter a transaction of purchase order without any rate. So how to go through this? Go to gateway of Tally, alter voucher type, enable the option allow zero value transaction. So let's alter in one of the voucher type. Go to alter. In accounting master, select voucher type. Suppose I would like to change the purchase order. So here we have the question allow zero value transaction as by default it is no. We need to enable this and press Ctrl A. So let's go with this purchase order voucher. Go to F10, purchase order, Ctrl F9, enter. On 1/9, party will be, suppose this is Aditya Balaji Traders. Okay, select the party details, order number, PO, 0 to purchase order, purchase ledger. Suppose I would like to purchase Dettol sanitizer. Batch number will be anything. If they are the party, those we will say, those the batch, whatever the batch will be available, we will enter when we will receive the goods. So at present any, and I want 400 bottles. I don't have the rate at present. We have not discussed with the creditor about the, we have not finalized the rate till now. So I am keeping it blank. Enter, 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 and being goods order, enter. As we have enabled the zero value transaction, this transaction will get accepted. It will not show any error message. This is how we can enable zero value transaction. It is impossible in generally it is impossible to enter any voucher without value, but the few vouchers like sales order, purchase order notes, delivery note, receipt notes needs to be entered without any value. Still, the rates gets finalized. And for such transaction, we need to enable zero valued entries. And how to do it? How to go through this? Gateway of Tally, alter, voucher type, enable the option allow zero value transaction. In this way, we can enable the zero valued transaction. So this is how we can have the zero valued transaction. The next part is reorder level. How to reorder? Generally, what we need to do, we need to check the stock, and depending on the future sales orders, we need to bring purchase the raw material or required stock or trading material as and now, as and when we require the same. So how to start reorder levels in TallyPrime? For this, gateway of Tally, alter, and just type reorder level. Reorder level for item wise, stock item wise, group wise, or category wise. Suppose I'm selecting it through group wise. Suppose I would like to have hand sanitizers, and this screen gets open. Now, how much reorder quantity you need to order every time? Suppose I would like to reorder 1,000 bottles always. So it gives option whether you want to reorder in units or after every month or week or years, days. So it gives option whether you can reorder 1,000 bottles or on every monthly basis, weekly basis. Choose the option depending on the sales orders available. Suppose I am selecting 1 month. This is criteria whether higher or lower, whether 1,000 bottles are in the stock or 1 month, from last 1 month we have not ordered the order for Dettol sanitizer. In that case, either higher or lower of the criteria. Minimum order should be, suppose I would like to have 1,000 bottles always to be ordered, or every month. Once a month, I must order the bottles. So these are the things we need to enable so that we can have the reorder cycle to be maintained properly. So these are the different types of stock behavior, and stock configuration needs to be adjusted according to the stock behavior that we need to be maintained. So just go through all the configurations, make changes, try some entries, and check the result out of the result that you can experience whether that stock behavior is useful for your business or not. So thank you for the day. Thank you.